Hi everyone, this is our evidence tree. Today we're going to talk about the reproductive system and the birth control methods. Our team is Yanina Alavez, Camila Araiz, and Mariana Zamudio. Hope you learned something and enjoy the presentation.
Internal anatomy. Testes. These are the primary male production organs. Housed within the scrotum, they serve two crucial functions. Sperm production. Within the testes, specialized cells called spermatogonia undergo a complex process of cell division and differentiation to form mature sperm cells. This process, known as spermatogenesis, is influenced by hormones, primarily testosterone. Hormone production. The testes produce testosterone, a hormone essential for the development of male secondary sex characteristics, such as facial hair, deep voice, and masculinity. Scrotum. This sac-like structure protects the testes and helps regulate their temperature. The optimal temperature for sperm production is slightly lower than normal body temperature, and the scrotum helps maintain this ideal environment. Epididymis. A highly coiled tube attached to each testis. The epididymis stores sperm cells as they mature. During this maturation process, sperm cells acquire the ability to swim and fertilize an egg. Vas deferens. A muscular tube that carries mature sperm from the epididymis to the ejaculation ducts. During ejaculation, smooth muscle contracts propel sperm through the vas deferens. Seminal vesicles. These glands produce a fluid that nourishes and protects sperms. This fluid contains fructose and sugar that provides energy for sperm, and prostaglandins, which help sperm motility. Prostate gland. The prostate gland surrounds the urethra and contributes to the production of semen. It produces a slightly alkaline fluid that helps neutralize the acid of the vagina, creating a more favorable environment for sperm survival. Bulbourethral glands. These glands, also known as Cowrie glands, produce a clear, slightly fluid that lubricates the urethra and neutralizes any residual urine. External anatomy. Penis. The penis is the male reproductive organ used for sexual intercourse and urination. It consists of three parts: the root, the body, and the glans penis. The glans penis is the sensitive head of the penis. During sexual arousal, the penis fills with blood, causing it to become erect. Scrotum. As mentioned earlier, the scrotum is a sac-like structure that holds the testes. It helps regulate the temperature of the testes by contracting and relaxing. Hormonal regulation. The male reproductive system is regulated by a complex interplay of hormones. Hypothalamus. A region of the brain releases gonadotropin releasing hormone. Pituitary gland. GnRH stimulates the pituitary gland to release follicle stimulating hormone FSH and luteinizing hormone LH. Testes. FSH stimulates sperm production while LH stimulates the production of testosterone. Testosterone plays a crucial role in the development of male secondary sex characteristics, sperm production, and sex drive. It also influences muscle mass, bone density, and overall body composition. By understanding the anatomy and physiology of the male reproductive system, we can appreciate the complexity of human reproduction and the importance of reproductive health.
Hi everyone, today I'm going to explain the female reproductive system. We talk about the internal organs, external genitalia, hormonal regulation, the menstrual cycle, fertilization, pregnancy, and birth control methods. The internal organs of the female reproductive system include the ovaries, fallopian tubes, uterus, cervix, and vagina. Ovaries produce eggs and hormones like estrogen and progesterone. Fallopian tubes transport the eggs from the ovaries to the uterus. Uterus is a muscular organ where a fertilized egg implants and develops into a fetus. Cervix is the lower part of the uterus connecting it to the vagina. Vagina is a muscular tube that leads to the cervix. External genitalia. The external female genitalia are collectively called the vulva. The vulva includes the labia minora, clitoris, and vaginal opening. These structures protect the internal reproductive organs and play a role in sexual arousal. Okay, now I am going to talk about hormonal regulation and the menstrual cycle. Hormonal regulation is controlled by the hypothalamus, pituitary gland, and ovaries. The hypothalamus regulates the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland releases FSH, that means follicle stimulating hormone, and LH, that means luteinizing hormone. The ovaries respond to these hormones by producing estrogen and progesterone, which regulate the menstrual cycle. The menstrual cycle is a series of hormonal changes that lead to ovulation and menstruation. It involves two key phases: the ovarian cycle, which includes the release of an egg, and the uterine cycle, which prepares the uterus for pregnancy. If fertilization does not occur, the uterine lining sheds, resulting in menstruation.
Understanding birth control. Let's start with a quick recap of the basics. As you can see in both of the sides is a simplified view of the male and female reproductive systems. In the center you can see a video where it shows like for pregnancy to occur, the sperm must meet an egg and the birth control methods were to prevent this meeting. Hormonal methods. These are a popular choice. They work by preventing ovulation, thickening cerebral mucus, or both things. These methods include: first, it is the oral contraceptive pills. They are highly effective in preventing pregnancy when they are taken correctly. They have no protection against the STEs, and the risk they may cause side effects like nausea, bloating, breast tenderness, and mood changes, and can slightly increase the risk of blood clots. Now there are the transdermal patch. They are similar to the OCPs in effectiveness and risks, and they have no protection against STs. This patch can be put in the arm on in the lower part of your stomach, and it is a monthly or weekly patch that you have to use to prevent infertility. Vaginal ring. Their effectiveness and risks are similar to the OCPs that I have already mentioned, and there are also doesn't protect you against the STs. This is a ring that is put in the vagina, and let the hormones go out to prevent the fertilization in your body. The hormonal intrauterine devices, best known as IUD, there exists the copper IUD, the hormonal ones that are the Mirena, Lita, and Skila. The copper ones, their effectiveness is highly effective in preventing pregnancy for up to 10 years. They doesn't protect you against the STs, and some of the risk of the copper IUD is that they may cause cramping and bleeding, especially during the first few months. On the other hand, the hormonal IUD, the ones that are Mirena, Lileta, and Skila, highly effective in preventing pregnancy for up to 5 years. They are also doesn't protect you against the STs, and some of the risks is that they may cause cramping, bleeding, and mood changes. Now it's the hormonal implant that is a tiny tube that you have to put in your arm that prevent the ovulation. The fact is that are highly effective in preventing pregnancy with a failure rate of less of 1% per year. They also doesn't protect you against the STEs, and some of the risks are that the implant may not be inserted correctly or migrate to another location. They can cause dust infection because of the insertion site, and it can cause also a nerve damage. This is in rare cases that the implant may damage a nerve causing pain or numbers in your arm. The hormonal injection or shot. It is highly effective in preventing pregnancy. It doesn't help you to protect against the STEs, and some of the risks is that they may cause irregular bleeding, weight gain, and mood changes. This injection they have to put monthly to prevent the fertilization by liberating the hormones used to prevent this fertilization. Barrier methods. Barrier methods create a physical barrier between the sperm and the egg. The methods include condoms. There exist male condoms and the female condoms. Their effectiveness in the male condoms, they are highly effective in preventing pregnancy and the STEs when it is used correctly and consistently. Like I say, the STE protection, they protect against most of the STE, including HEV. And the risk is that can sometimes can be break or slip up, making that a risk for the fertilization, making that fertilization can occur. Female condoms are the same, they in the thickness and the ST protection, but one of the risks is it can be more difficult to insert correctly than a male condom. Diaphragm. Their effectiveness is that it's effective in preventing pregnancy when is used with spermicide. Of the STE protection, they offer some protection against STE, but not as effective as condoms. And some of the risk is that requires proper feeding and cleaning, and can cause discomfort or irritation for some people. There is also the spermicide. Their effectiveness is less effective than other methods in preventing pregnancy, and offers minimum protection against STE. One of the risks is that can irritate the vagina. This is a type of cream that you have to put in your vagina 30 minutes before the, the sexual relation occurs to prevent the sperm to leave. This is all. Thank you so much for your attention. Remember that it's so good to know about your male and female reproductive system because this is how you know how to create life and how to prevent the fertilization. Also, remember that consistent and correct use of the birth control is a crucial for its effectiveness. Thank you all for your attention. I hope you have learned something and that you can use in your life maybe in the future. Thank you so much.